From the streets of Selma, Alabama to a historic speech outside the Lincoln Memorial in D.C., today we remember the legacy of Martin Luther King Jr. And all across the country, people are coming together to celebrate that legacy 57 years after his death. And that includes right here in our area. ABC 6 News reporter Rachel Mantos spent the day in Austin to find out how the work of MLK continues to have an impact.
The Austin community is busy breaking bread behind me, celebrating their community and a man who fought for freedom and equality for all. George Thomas has watched the city of Austin grow over the many years he's lived here.
When I first came with the rock and roll band, my first experience was kind of rough because there was a segment of Austin that thought that their job was to be rude to me.
Though Thomas says it was tough being the only African American in town back in the 1970s, he never felt like a victim, just misunderstood.
Things started to get better because I didn't give up.
The growth of Austin into a kind, welcoming, and diverse place is exactly what the community meal aims to celebrate.
I can look back and see progress in real time.
The Austin Human Rights Commission hosts the meal to honor Martin Luther King Day as a day of service and what it means to be a community.
Recognizing all the hard work that he did back in the 1960s, being able to bring communities together that weren't together back then. And so us being able to do so now to continue to honor his legacy. Feeding
around 100 members of the community requires a lot of helping hands, with players from the Bruins hockey team helping serve folks warm soup and chili, and even Mayor Steve King waiting on tables.
It cannot be lost that Martin Luther King and what he did for the global community to even bring it down to more local. But yeah, to honor him in this way is just outstanding.
Thomas says Austin is evolving right on schedule when it comes to diversity, open-mindedness, and compassion.
We're not all the way in the promised land that he referred to yet, but we're getting closer.
As we celebrate Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. and the principles he stood for, community meals like these show us just how far we've come as a country and right here in our local communities. In Austin, Rachel Mantos, ABC 6 News.